the one, the only Edgar from Snug Wrestling.
What's going on, dude?
What's up?
Soto from the 619, and I'm Edgar from Snug Wrestling of the 916.
Let's go.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. A little tired because SmackDown started super early, but not too bad.
What time did it start?
Like 11, but I had to like rush and do stuff this morning.
That is
So like
not
I had to
super
get
early, dog.
no. Well, I mean like I had to get up at like 6 to get stuff done before streaming. So
Fair
that's
enough.
why. That's why I'm a little tired
All right, fair enough. I haven't
for
watched
sure.
SmackDown yet, so don't spoil anything. I'll probably
Oh
watch it later
man,
today.
don't worry, bro. It's like a D episode.
For real?
Yeah,
Damn.
for
All
real.
right. Well,
Yeah,
maybe I won't have to watch it. I was just gonna watch it just cause, just for the content or whatever. But I'll
for sure.
probably just wait for Clash in Italy in that case.
hmm You didn't miss too much. There's uh, if anything, there's like 6 or 7 matches and like one or two. There's like 2 or 3 promos, but nothing crazy
All right, I'll think about it.
for
Well,
sure.
I'm glad you decided to do this, man. I didn't think we were gonna talk about AAA this week, but
I
out
really
of
wanted to, bro. This is the week to talk about AAA.
out of all of the shows, this is the one that we have been waiting for a long time.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. The big match, Mask versus Mask. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about that 100%. But there's so many more matches, and I don't
Yeah.
know which matches are gonna show this Saturday because I know they're pre-recording some of the matches to show next Saturday.
So the one so far that is announced for night two or week two is a 6 woman tag team match: Las Toxicas versus Catalina, Lola Vice, and Bayley.
Did you see that on Wikipedia? Because that's what I found on Wikipedia too. Or did you find an actual source that says
Uh,
that?
this is from SmackDown Hotel, the website.
For sure. Yeah, because I found the same thing. Um, but again, I'm not 100% sure because on their socials they're promoting that 5 matches will happen tomorrow. But
Yeah,
I'm not 100%
according to
sure.
SmackDown Hotel, I have one, two, three. I only have 4 matches. I think 4 matches is accurate because, according to Mecha Wolf, the show this weekend is going to be an hour and a half. And then they're going to pre-record next week's on that day as well, which they're going to be in Arena Mexico. I'm sorry, Arena Monterrey in Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. Um, and yeah, 4 matches on the card. What's the 5th match that you're seeing?
Um, are you talking about 4 matches plus the 6 women tag team match? Or are you talking about 4 matches overall?
Well, didn't you just say that they're going to have 5 matches?
Right, right. So I was including the 6 women tag team match. So if you're
Oh, okay,
right,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to record a whole hour on week two, I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least 2 more matches for next week as well.
for
So I
sure.
think if we count both weeks, it's going to be what, 7 matches total?
Probably the only thing we have confirmed right now is this 5 matches. So if you want to talk about the 5 matches, and then you can use whatever match, even if it's a 6 women tag team match, and clip that for next week, then feel free.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Cool. Yeah, so far we have 5 matches announced for this card in Monterrey. Gonna go down the list and then we will get into them. El Grande Americano versus Original Americano, Mask versus Mask. Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Latin American Championship. That should be dope. The AAA Tag Team Champions versus it's Pagano and our good friend Psycho Clown versus the War Raiders. And Rey Fenix and Laredo Kid are going to be having a rematch for the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship, which should be another dope match, especially how their last match went, which was insane. And then, of course, the 6 woman tag team match between Las Toxicas, Catalina, Lola Vice, and Bayley. It's looking pretty promising, dude. I'm pretty pumped. It's gonna be dope, man. Should we get started with the main event, with the main one, the match that we have all been waiting for?
Let's just dive into it, bro. I'm excited for the whole event. But real quick, I do think they're gonna announce maybe some details for Triple Mania, or at least I'm hoping so we can kind of figure out all this stuff. But we'll see.
What makes you say that?
I feel like they're just waiting for a big event to make a
Mm-hmm.
big announcement. They could even save that for next week, really, if they don't know if they need to have like a promo thing or if they need to have Ray come out and just make an announcement. They could
Yeah.
literally save that up for next week.
Yeah. I need to know, man. I need to know what's happening because I gotta start planning. Can't be doing this last minute shit. AAA, get it
For sure.
together.
But yeah,
Get it
let's get into
together.
it. Mask versus mask. The match. The
Yeah,
biggest
man.
match of the weekend.
Yeah, they've been going at it, bro, for months. I think when did OG Americano come back? Was it Royal Rumble?
That seems about right. Yeah.
So since
So
February
January.
or
February?
January, I think you're right. So it's been well over 4, maybe 5 months since they've been going at it. And man, this is a storyline that is super over in Mexico. And that was one of the big questions that we had. It's like some people, like some AAA fans, wanted to see this match happen in WrestleMania. That didn't happen. Some people were saying, oh, it should happen at Triple Mania, which that would have made more sense. But they're doing it before Triple Mania here in this event of Noche de los Grandes. I mean, this is going to be huge, man. This feud has been amazing. Um, could it have been at a bigger stage? How do you feel about this match being in Noche de los Grandes instead of Triple Mania?
I think it's fine. I think it's still on the right course for AAA to have the big exposure. And people are still getting used to the big pay-per-views. For all we know, this could be a potential like SummerSlam, right? You and I included are still trying to figure out the big four to them, I guess. So this could potentially be one of the big fours. So if this was like a SummerSlam, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean it's
You know what I
literally
mean?
called Noche de los Grandes, which is, the night of the giants. And this does feel like a giant main event. Mask versus mask, pretty straightforward. The winner gets to keep their mask. The loser has to be unmasked in the middle of the ring for the whole world to see their face. Um, I mean, I know who I want to win here, but I mean, what if? There's always, I mean, anything can happen, right? So
Of
I guess
course.
my question to you is, what happens if El Grande Americano, the one that we all love, the real Americano, the Mexican Americano, what happens if he wins, and who do you think is gonna win?
What happens if the real one wins?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we're all happy, right? Because the real one wins. Not. Are you talking about the original, or are you talking about
I'm just talking about as far as like in general, like what are your thoughts on that? Like obviously, if El Grande wins, OG Americano gets unmasked, and we
for sure?
get, you know, I hear word on the street, Chad Gable is under that mask. I don't know.
I thought they were friends, so I don't know. We'll see.
What do you think that would look like if El Grande Americano, besides everyone being happy, which I'm gonna pop big for that? What do you think would come out of this?
I think it's the next stepping stone, right? We already know not the original. El Grande Americano's next site is the AAA World Title against Dom because
Mm-hmm.
he's number one contender still. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I could see that going all the way to Triple Mania potentially. That can be the big main event. I could see him potentially feuding with whoever's under the mask. Maybe after he's unmasked, maybe still mess with them. I mean, we still have Los Americanos Hermanos. Maybe we do a mask versus mask match with that. I don't see this feud entirely being over.
You don't think like because the real Americano, the Mexican Americano, is so over. You don't think they'll be crazy enough to take the mask off on him because the people, no matter what, they're still gonna love Americano Ludwig with or without a mask. Do you picture Ludwig in AAA without a mask?
Not really. And if I do, then he would be El Grande Mexicano.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
but
that?
I've been told that as soon as you take off the mask, then the gimmick dies. You know what I mean? That's what I've been told. I don't know if I believe that, but if he were to switch it up and be El Grande Mexicano because he accidentally slipped up and said that in a promo a week or two ago,
Hmm.
then I wouldn't mind that either.
I feel like that's. I mean, we've seen a bunch of people get masked in history over time in lucha libre, and the gimmick continues. Like I'm pretty sure Mascarita Sagrada has been unmasked at some point. Even Octagon, maybe. I could be wrong. I mean, there's been a lot, haven't they? And the gimmick always comes back. And if they take the mask off from El Mexicano Americano, then that would mean the OG Americano is going to continue to be wearing that mask in AAA. That would give them, the OG Americano, a lot of heat. If you unmask Grande Americano and you keep using that mask, you're the biggest heel in all Lucha Libre.
But then, does that mean because of the name El Grande Americano, does that mean whoever's unmasked, the winner would be number one contender to Dom? Right? Would they essentially lose the name because then we'd be referring to them as their wrestling name?
I think the way that the feud or the way that they did those switcheroonies a couple times in AAA, I think that would make sense if they did that, which would put more heat on OG Americano. As much as I love El Grande Americano and I want to see him win, I don't think it's very black and white here, just cut and dry. Like we all know who we all want to see win, right? But I have a bad feeling it's not going to be that easy, dog.
What if they both lose? Like, it, hear me out. We have one winner, but in the end, they both grab each other's mask off out of spite. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, dude. I don't think that's ever been done or seen ever before, has it?
I have no idea, but I feel like it's different, right? Because we know who's under the mask for both of them. So it's not really disrespecting the reputation, you know what I mean, or tradition, I guess.
Yeah.
It would be different if we like completely didn't know who these people were. But I could definitely see an angle where they both are unmasked in some capacity because of spite. And then we could either bring back, a new character within El Grande Mexicano, or maybe everybody treats it like Spider-Man, right? Remember when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was unmasked on the trolley, and
Hmm.
then everybody is like, he puts the mask back on, and they're like,
Your secret
we won't
is
say
fine
anything.
with
Yeah,
me, yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? And we
See,
treat it like that, like nobody saw his face.
that's
Put the
another
mask back on.
that's another reason why I think unmasking El Grande Americano would be such a bigger moment than unmasking the OG Americano. It would be way more dramatic. Like I can picture the little kids in the arena crying their eyes out because their hero got unmasked. Like, and you know how WWE is. They're all about creating moments and memorable situations, right? Like if OG Americano gets unmasked, okay, cool. We already knew it was Chad Gable anyway, right? But if the Mexican Americano gets unmasked, imagine the drama, dog. Ooh, insane.
You just want to see little
Insane.
kids cry, bro.
Yes, I do. I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
I
See,
just,
you're the heel in this what we do.
I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just because they believe it, you know? And
I
it's
believe it
just,
too.
yeah, I do too. That's why I'm like, I feel your pain, dog. Um, but all right. Now let's assume OG Americano gets unmasked. We get Chad Gable back, right? What do you think
I
that
mean,
means for AAA and Chad Gable moving forward?
I think if it is Chad Gable under the mask, then he can go and pursue the mid card and continue to go after Penta because he's earned it, right? This feud alone has put him over so much. And I think he deserves, a title match, a title run, something. He was chasing the IC title before his injury, right? Sami
Yeah.
Zayn had it, and he was helping Sami Zayn win it, and then Sami Zayn won it off Gunther, right? But he could never capture that IC title. So I honestly think he would go back into that title picture and just chase that. And honestly, he'd probably win.
Yeah. And because The OG Americano is the baby face here in the States, quote unquote, which I think it's bull crap, but whatever. Um, I think the people would be happy to see Chad Gable back too, you know? Um, but yeah, do you think we'll get shenanigans in this match? The Creed brothers and Rayo and Bravo and hell, maybe even Dominic Mysterio get involved in this.
Honestly, anything could happen because we have this Grande, the original Grande Americano has so much more on his side, right? He has the Creed brothers and he has Los Americanos Hermanos. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like imagine seeing twice the amount. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
Mick Foley, a Mankind kind of moment.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
true.
like they could definitely pull something off, and we would be all for it. Like, oh my God, the Creed brothers just got taken out. Here comes Los Americanos Hermanos. You know,
Yeah,
like
let's
we have a backstage where Los Americanos versus Los Americanos Hermanos are fighting backstage, right? Then they both run backstage, and it's like, all right, like nobody else is gonna come out to help, right? Because those two are taking care of each other, and then the Creed brothers come out
yeah.
because they're still free and come help out the original Grande Americano. Like they can pull shenanigans.
They can pull shenanigans for sure. I had one more question about this before we move on to the next match, Soto. Help me clear this up. How does Andrea Basarte play into this? Because I did not see the angle that they did with her, but I was seeing something like she got fired, or how is she involved in all of this again?
Yeah, she was doing an interview and then um I think she slapped the original, I
Hmm.
believe. And then the original got mad and started going towards her. And because El Grande Americano is dating her, he came out and went after her. And then during the contract signing a few weeks later, original Grande Americano said, "All right, well, she needs to be fired,
Okay.
fired, right?" And that's how she's kind of been dragged into this. But
Okay.
I find it interesting because wasn't she dating Ludwig Kaiser? I mean, I know that they were public for a minute, but I guess now she's dating El Grande Americano.
Shut the
So
fuck.
I mean, no, I'm serious, bro.
All
I'm serious.
right. All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I thought it was gonna be like a stipulation in this match. If Americano Mexicano El Grande Americano gets unmasked, then Andrea gets fired. But she already got fired. She's not like part of this match technically, right?
Exactly. But she
Okay.
could be.
Well, I mean, we got a deadbeat father who's the general manager now who obviously doesn't know how to follow rules. So I'm pretty sure Ray is going to just bring back Andrea like, "Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter if you got fired. You're hired again." Just how he completely forgot about his own contract of no physicality between Los Americanos. And he's like, "Oh, this is okay." Already in his first weekend, Rey Mysterio already being a corrupt general manager.
I think he's just doing his job. He's just, he's only been on the job for 1 week, one episode.
I feel bad for Dom, bro. He doesn't deserve this.
I mean, we don't know what's coming for Dom. I'm still waiting to see. I mean, it looks like Ray is feuding over with Penta, or I guess feuding. Penta was the one that requested for a match, and then Ray got thrown into a match for a number one contender spot to go against Penta. That didn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, that's
Um,
another. See, again, corruption.
that was
That's
in
got to be.
WWE. That had nothing to do with AAA.
That's conflict of interest. That's like saying, oh, Nick Aldis is going to be like, oh, I want a shot at Cody Rhodes now. I'm a general manager, but I don't care. Give me a title shot. Come on, bro. Make it make sense, dog.
I would say maybe vice versa, right? If he went over to Raw and said I want Roman Reigns, maybe like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but not on the same show.
But I guess general managers can just. I mean, who used to do that? Oh yeah, Vince McMahon used to do that. Vince McMahon used to be like, "I'm the ECW champion now." Oh, that's what Rey Mysterio's doing. Rey Mysterio is the new Vince McMahon. There, I said
Damn, damn, you're coming hard today. You are the heel
it.
in this partnership that we got here.
Oh man, no, I'm not. I love El Grande Americano, the Mexican Americano, and I hope he wins. Right? I'm sure you can agree on that.
Yeah, it can go either way though, and it's I'm gonna be happy with either way. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna see the boos, the cries, and all that stuff if original wins,
Yeah,
and everything else that'll be dragged in after that.
for
Or
sure.
if the one that we all want to win wins, then we're all happy. Popping champagne. It's still great TV. AAA is phenomenal TV. This is
Yeah.
why we're here talking about it, because this is 100% the match of the weekend. Forget Clash in Italy. This is the match of the weekend.
Yeah, see, I hella forgot about that. That's also this weekend. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that because in our interview with Mecha Wolf specifically, he mentioned, he's like, yes, we are under the same umbrella as Raw, SmackDown, Evolve, NXT, but we're in competition with each other. We want our show AAA to be the best show out of all of the shows that WWE produces. We want to be the best. So they're really trying hard to be better than Raw, to be better than SmackDown, to be better than all the other shows, right? So I mean, I think they're up there for sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have some friendly competition within yourself, right? And you're still trying to prove yourself, right? You're the little brother in this big field
The
of different shows, right?
the youngest one, I feel like they've only been in WWE for a little over a
A year,
year,
yeah.
and they're just getting started.
But they also have some of the most history,
Yeah.
so it's not a completely ground up company.
Right.
They still have so many popular stars that never reached WWE, um,
Mhm.
that we get to see now and learn more about now. You and I are still learning about AAA, and
Mhm.
yes, we've watched some here and there, but not like we're watching now.
No. All right. Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. Speaking of classic, lucha libre talents, there's one right there. Versus El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Latin American Championship. Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. has been Latin American champion for a while. I feel like Hijo del Vikingo kind of stepped in here after Santos Escobar got released, which I
He
think that
got injured
was
first,
he got injured and then he
and
got
then he got
released.
released.
So I think the original feud was going to be between them two, but now it's El Hijo del Vikingo. I'm not too familiar with this feud. I haven't really been keeping up with it, but I really like both of these guys. Do you think it's time to get a new champion for this one?
Honestly, I don't know how El Hijo del Vikingo became number one contender first and foremost. At least I don't remember a number one contender's match or anything leading up to this. Plus, didn't he lose to Mini Vikingo? So shouldn't Mini Vikingo be the one facing for the AAA Latin American Championship? If it was up to me, Mini Vikingo would be showing up for this match and going after El Hijo del Vikingo, because he's like, well, I beat you. Why are you taking this spot? And this would be a third title match that Mini Vikingo could cost El Hijo del Vikingo. The first one was Dom. The second one was Penta for the IC title. And this could be the third one for the, AAA Latin American Championship. What do you think?
I think we've been there, done that way too many times already. I mean, we
But you're
also
just
have,
okay with it ending with Mini Vikingo just winning and defeating El Hijo del Vikingo? Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's done. I think they're going to end up fighting each other for the name of Vikingo. I still think that's coming.
it could be. Yeah, it could be. But you just said it. They've already done it in like three matches before. And, El Hijo del Vikingo in his corner, he has Omas. So it's usually Omas getting involved and then Mini Vikingo getting involved. And yeah, it would be cool. I mean, it would be fun to see that. It's always good to see Mini Vikingo get the best of El Hijo del Vikingo, right? But it's like we've already seen it. And their last match, we all saw how that went down with Mini Vikingo winning here. I don't think we see that in this match, especially if there's going to be a bunch of run ins for the main event. I'm just going to say El Hijo del Vikingo, I'm going to say he's going to win. I feel like we're going to get a new champion. And who knows? Maybe we'll see El Hijo del Vikingo versus Mini Vikingo for the Latin American Championship.
Okay, I can hear where you're coming from. I don't think that's going to happen. I think now I remember how El Hijo del Vikingo and Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. ended up wanting to wrestle each other. It's because El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. showed up during the match between Mini Vikingo versus El Hijo del Vikingo, and he ended up helping out Mini Vikingo win. And now I remember this is how it all sparked the feud. So I could see Mini Vikingo come and return the favor and come help out El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah. All right, this next one.
So we're against each other on this one.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be right because I'm always right. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, the tag team championships for AAA. Now you've been really keeping up with this feud right here because there's some weird stuff going on between Pagano and Psycho Clown. So, walk me through this. What's going on here? And with all of this that's happening between them two, is that going to go into play in this match and typically or potentially cost Pagano and Psycho Clown the tag team titles?
I could definitely see it potentially costing them the titles. Right now, in this months long buildup, they've teased Pagano being the one taking out the Psycho Circus. And now, in the most recent episode where we saw them maybe 2-3 weeks ago, they're teasing that it could be Psycho Clown that has actually been the one taking out the Psycho Circus and framing Pagano. I don't see how that could happen, especially with, Pagano showing up all late all the time. I still think it's Pagano. But yeah, they're teasing both sides. So I definitely think we could see new tag team champions because of this whole thing not being figured out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So far, I mean, 3 out of the 4 matches on this card are for some type of championships. And it's already looking like we're going to get, or maybe, at least in my eyes, 2 title changes. 1 title change for you at least. But yeah, see, this is the thing about these cards. The way that they're put together is they're very unpredictable. It's not really one-sided. So that's the good thing about it. The only thing is, like, I know everything that's going on with Pagano and Psycho Clown, right? But that would mean if the War Raiders win, they're going to be AAA Tag Team Champions. Would you be down to see a WWE Raw Tag Team beat AAA Tag Team Champions?
We've already seen it.
With who?
Los Garza. They were tag team champions. They were bringing them on over, and we saw them bring it over.
That's right.
And I believe they defended them on a Raw or SmackDown one time.
I think you're right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we've already seen it. I wouldn't mind, and it's gonna give the War Raiders more TV time, and it now gives potentials for new tag teams to come in and have them face. They could. I don't mind seeing more titles being defended from AAA on WWE.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I would love to see the War Raiders, come into Monday Night Raw with some AAA gold. It's always cool to see.
Absolutely. Plus, I honestly think we're gonna see Pagano versus Psycho Clown at Triple Mania.
Okay, fair enough. Well, while we're hanging out here we're doing this on TikTok Live, so thanks everyone for the likes. Keep on double tapping the screen. Keep on following. Let us know what you think in the comments of this AAA card that we're going over here today with me, Edgar from Snug Wrestling, and Soto from the 619. We got a couple more matches left. The rematch from last week was Laredo Kid and Rey Fenix. This has been a fun feud because of the buildup that's been happening on and off TV, on social media mostly. Laredo Kid has really taken on this new heel, personality to the next level, man. He is cheating on his last match. He got the win over Rey Fenix after faking an injury and fooling the referee thinking that he was injured. Rey Fenix being the sportsmanship that, the respectable luchador that he is, kind of stepped back, gave him a little bit of room. Laredo Kid took advantage, low blows Rey Fenix, and he defeated him for the title but he had to cheat to do it. Now they're going to have a rematch.
Yeah, this rematch, they had a phenomenal match last weekend. So I'm excited and I'm glad that Rey Mysterio on his first day as GM came in and said, Laredo kid, you gotta defend that thing again. That match wasn't right. I know you don't care for Rey as GM, but I think he made the right call because their match was phenomenal, and I think they're gonna definitely have another great match tomorrow at Noche de los Grandes.
By the way, I was kidding earlier when I called Rey Mysterio deadbeat. I love the fact that
No,
he's.
no, no. You said it. You said it's out there now.
I love the fact that he's general manager, but he does mistreat his kid. I'm not gonna lie about that.
If I was given a BMW, I wouldn't be complaining. But me and Dom are different people.
It wasn't a Mercedes.
So who do you got winning then?
Rey Fenix all the way. That's our guy, man. Rey Fenix. I think it's time for a new AAA Cruiserweight champion.
So that's 3 that you got winning then? You got 3 title changes.
I got 3 title changes, bro. Except, yeah. When it comes to Pagano and Psycho Clown, I'd be good with whoever wins that one. I don't really have a favorite for that one. Actually, I lied. I'm biased. I'm going to go with Pagano and Psycho Clown to win. Only because Psycho Clown is our good friend of the show. He's a cool guy. So I'm going to go with them to win. So actually, I got 2 title changes.
I have 2 title changes too, but we're completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I have Rey Fenix winning. Well, I guess we're not completely different, right? I have Rey Fenix winning. And then I have, what was the other title change I said?
Dr. Wagner Jr.?
Oh, no, the tag team titles.
The tag team titles, right.
The tag team titles. Yeah, I don't think Wagner is going to lose that title.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, but either way, Laredo Kid versus Rey Fenix is going to be amazing. Their last match was amazing. And that's what we have for this weekend's card. They are going to do a double taping. So the live show is going to be an hour and a half for this weekend, those 4 matches. And then next week, they're going to record another hour. I should say they're going to record another hour that same night, and it's going to air next week, is what I meant to say. And for next week, the card, or one of the matches from the card, is a 6-woman tag team match. Las Toxicás, Lady Flammer, La Hiedra, Lady Maravilla versus Catalina, Lola Vice, and Bayley. That is one hell of a tag team right there with the babyface side of things, because Catalina just came in and they're already putting her with Lola Vice, who's NXT Women's Champion, WWE Superstar, with Bayley, one of the greats in the veterans in the women's division, going up against the biggest heel faction of the women's division in AAA.
And the longest reigning Reina de Reinas champion.
Yeah. So this should be pretty good too. This should be pretty interesting. AAA fans love the fact that they have Bayley over there. Who do you got winning this one?
I want to see the baby faces win, but it's almost more fun to see the heels win.
Mm-hmm.
I think because like Catalina is so new and Bayley's just loving it in AAA, I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, again, man, this one it can go either way because Las Toxicas are also over. They're pretty dominant in most of their matches. They usually come out on top. So the way that they've been booked, it's not going to be easy for the babyface team. But you got Lola Vice, who's a double champion. She's one half of the mixed tag team champions, NXT champion. You got 2 really strong teams here, but I'm going to go with Las Toxicas. I'm going to go with Las Toxicas.
All right. We need to do a rundown, dude, because we need to have a score sheet. I want to have an edit on little check marks on who's got which side, and we got to come back for those.
All right. We'll see who is right. All right. Let me write this down real quick. So,
unless you want to just watch this video back, we'll just do a quick rundown right now.
All right. So for Los Americanos, we both got El Mexicano Americano.
Exactly. And then for the tag team match, I have Eric and Ivar. It's a long shot, and I think you have Pagano and Psycho Clown.
Yeah.
And then we have El Hijo del Vikingo versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. And I got El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. And you think Vikingo is going to win?
I think Vikingo's going to win.
Okay. And then Rey Fenix versus Laredo Kid for the Cruiserweight title. I've got Rey Fenix, and I believe you do too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 6-woman tag team match. I have the baby faces, and you have the heels.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we'll see when I get these all right. And I'm not going to say I told you so, but I'm telling you ahead of time.
We're gonna have to do like a shave your head thing or bet or something.
No.
One of these times we're gonna have to do something out of the wild.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I refuse, dog. I refuse.
Or
we'll think of something else.
Or we gotta wear like the other person's merch on like a stream or something, or for some clips or for a video. I think that'd be a good punishment too.
I'm not doing that either. No, I'm kidding. That does sound cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, we'll put a pin on that. We'll come back to that. But yeah, we'll think of something.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, dog. All right. Sure. Did we miss anything else from this card at AAA?
No, we covered all 5 matches that are advertised as of right now. I'm sure we're gonna get at least another 1 or 2 to have a total of like 6 or 7 matches.
Right on. Well, we'll see what happens this weekend, man. It's going to be dope. Another weekend full of wrestling with AAA and Clash in Italy, which are you going to be streaming those? Both of them?
Yeah. So tomorrow is a Noche de Los Grandes. It starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern is Clash. And then also for Raw, it's also 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So a lot of wrestling. 4 days of wrestling. We already watched SmackDown earlier. Not too bad. I'd probably give it, like I said, a 6.5 maybe out of 10.
That's like almost an F.
Yeah, like I said, it's like a D episode, bro.
Okay.
It has its moments. They did have like 6 or 7 matches, so that was pretty good. What are you doing?
You said
it. Yeah, 6, but 7. In the placement of your hands, bro, like they're close to some milkers there.
All right, let's get up out of here before we get even more weirder up in here, dog.
For sure. Make sure to follow Edgar from Snug Wrestling if you haven't already done so. And then I'm Soto619. Until next